Hello, algebra students. Mr. Lawrence here, and we're going to go over the Pythagorean Theorem. We have talked about it in class before, but it's such an important part of mathematics. It's the beginning of engineering. Anyway, so the formula for the Pythagorean Theorem is that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. A and b are legs of a right triangle. This only works for right triangle. A and B are the legs. C is the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse, which means it's the longest side of the right triangle. And it's always found across from the right angle. Now, it is a very common mistake for kids to plug in X for C no matter what. No. Shame on you. Here's how you find C if you don't know. You go to the right angle and you draw an arrow, a ray. The side you hit is always C. So in this case, C is 15, not X. In this other triangle here, if I go to the right angle and draw a ray, the arrow hits the side X. In this case, C is the unknown. So it depends on the situation. You can't just do it however you want. Now, if I were you, if I was setting up my equation for the Pythagorean theorem, for each problem, I would write down a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And then when I did that, 4, 5, 6 times, I would have the formula memorized and I would never forget it. And then I would substitute c into the equation first. Always substitute c in first. Now, some of you might be saying, well, which side is a, 12 or x? That doesn't matter, because I'm going to square both these numbers and add them together. And addition is commutative. So it doesn't matter if it says 12 squared plus x squared or x squared plus 12. My personal preference is to do this, put the variable first if possible, but mathematically it makes no difference. So I'm going to have x squared plus 144, and that's going to equal 225. Okay? This formula says that if you square the two legs and add them together, it'll equal the square of the hypotenuse of the longest side. This only works for right triangles. So I'm going to subtract 144 from both sides, because I'm just using my equation solving skills to get x squared alone. Yes, and I'll have x squared, and that should equal, I have a mental blank, 81. Yes, I believe that is correct, 81. All right, then I take the square root of each side, and x is going to equal 9. Yeah, x is going to equal 9. So that is how long the third side is. Okay? Now, in this situation, I have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. My variable is the unknown. Okay, my variable is the unknown. So I'll fill in 1 and 1, and I will get 1 squared is 1 plus 1 squared equals x squared. And I will get, hold on, we're having a little trouble, there we go, 2 equals x squared, taking the square root of both sides, and I will get x equals the square root of 2, or rad 2. Now that's a perfectly acceptable answer. That's called the exact answer. You could also get a calculator and get the decimal approximation, which would be about 141 if you round to the nearest hundredth place. Okay? That's it. That's the Pythagorean theorem. There really isn't that much more to it. It's pretty simple, something to think of whenever you see a right triangle. All right, that's it for the video. Mr. Lawrence signing off. Have a good night, everybody.